Char Margolis, Char Communications Incorporated, and CharVision LLC do not endorse or offer for any purpose but entertainment the views of any guest or other expert on CharVision or UBN.
I knew things before they happened from the time I was a child. At the age of 8, I saw a spirit at the foot of my bed and didn't know what it was. And in my 20s, I finally realized I had a special ability that could help others. I have learned that love never dies. There is a spirit world that can communicate with us, and we all have the gift of intuition. Join me, and together we will explore the possibilities of the unknown from beyond and more. This is CharVision. Hey everybody, it's Sunny and Char. Look how sweet Sunny is. You know what? We had a birthday party, and I don't have the photos to show you, but he was 7 years old on March 3rd. And we showed you all the photos from the Kathy Hilton party with Paris and Chris Colfer and Michael Patrick King and everything last week, but I was bragging about all my neighbors coming over for Sunny's birthday. And you know what's so interesting? I was just telling them that I call Sunny my psychic sidekick, and I don't read for my neighbors. I don't talk about psychic stuff. I don't really do much about it because I like to just live my life. I mean, if they needed me, of course I'd be there. But my neighbor's so intuitive. She got this little thing. I don't know if you can see it, but cute. It's called Little Sidekick, and she had no idea that I call Sunny my psychic sidekick. So I don't know. I just thought it was kind of cool and amazing. So today is March 6th, 2020, and I have a very interesting guest for you guys. And, you know, I'm going, oh, of course I'm having a travel person on with all the coronavirus scare and whatever, but this is Tracy Gallagher. Thank you for being here, Tracy.
Thank you for having me.
It's so nice to meet you. But you've done a lot of things. Like you've worked on Travel Detective on PBS.
Yes.
And are you still doing that?
It's in hiatus right now, so I'm available.
and she's a contributing travel expert for KTTV TV. That's Channel 11 in LA.
In Los Angeles.
That's Good Day LA.
Right, and I have a blog, and I've done the Travel Channel, and just really, MSNBC, travel news reporting, a lot of different great outlets.
That's
where I get to
amazing.
talk about something I love, like you.
Right. We're blessed to do what we love to do. But wait, you were on Oprah?
I was on Oprah.
That's a big deal.
I was on for the whole hour. That was a huge deal.
About travel or about
travel.
Interior design?
About travel.
Don't tell anybody. She's also an interior designer. But you know what? Why can't people be three things? Why can't you be, why can't you do different
Tell
things?
that to Elizabeth Warren. Apparently
Yeah.
she didn't have her lane, and that's why she's out of it. But
It's
I will
crazy.
still pick a few lanes because I'm one of those kind of people
Well, I think-
that love a lot of things.
I think it's important
Yeah.
because, oh, wait a second. What is this? What did you do with Rosetta Stone? I'm fascinated with Rosetta Stone. What did you do with them?
That was really cool. I hosted an infomercial, and it was more like a mini news program explaining how Rosetta Stone works. And then I also, as a perk, got like my own sets of Rosetta Stone.
What did you learn?
I got Spanish and I got French, and
Wow.
I can't say I brushed up on my languages and probably fine-tuned it from college and high school. But it's a really cool. It's very interactive, which I'm sure they've even made it improved upon it since when I did that show. But it was very interactive. Like you had to get the accent perfect,
Right.
or else they wouldn't let you advance to the next round. So it was pretty persnickety, which I appreciated that.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And since you're a travel expert, it's good for you to know different languages, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because I know that whenever I've gone to other countries, it's like, do you speak English in their language? You have to say it in their language and how to say thank you and please.
Yeah, those are the easy basics, right?
Right. But so anyway, we're going to talk about all your spiritual places that you go to, and I want to hear your special story about your intuition and your magical moments that you've had in traveling. Because They sound really fascinating. But before we do that, I just want to talk a little bit about the coronavirus scare. And I know that a lot of our Char visionaries are concerned, as we all are concerned.
Right.
I mean, before we went on the air, I carry these
Good for you.
alcohol pads with me, and I was just not that I'm afraid of you or anything, but and I went to hug her, and she goes, "No, she's got 3 kids, so
and my parents, I'm concerned,
and her parents and stuff, and so I mean, but we all have loved ones, and it stays alive on the surface for a while. So, what is your take on this virus?"
Well, I'm a news hound, and I've been following this story because it's really affecting the travel industry, and I'm getting so many questions. I'm fielding so many questions from people like, I have tickets to London in April. Should I go? That kind of thing. And what I'm gathering, it's still an evolving story. But what the doctors are saying, that it's still a really low risk for someone in America to get it.
Right.
However, if you are an older person or have, a pre-existing health condition, you may want to reconsider your travel plans, of course, internationally, and I'll get to that in a minute. But also, they're saying even domestically now, because you don't want to expose yourself to large groups of people or places where the virus can easily be, transmitted. If you're a healthy individual, they're saying, go ahead and live your life, but take extreme precautions. Wash your hands. Don't stand 6 feet, near or stand 6 feet away from people.
It's got to be 6 feet away. That's what Dr. Oz said.
Yes, that's what they're all saying. And wipe down the airplane where you're sitting. Don't touch surface. Don't touch your face. Now, traveling internationally, look, you have to weigh what you're comfortable. I personally, you're not going to go to Italy, you're not going to go to Iran, you're not going to go to South Korea, and you're not going to go to Japan, okay?
Right.
Because those are real danger zones where it's spread really far. There are cases that have just cropped up in Costa Rica. There are cases, in Mexico. Yes, just today. So you have to educate yourself and then weigh your risks if you want to travel there. I personally, I don't feel comfortable recommending international travel right now, which is unusual for me, just because you don't know what each country is going to do in terms of testing you when you arrive or before you leave. And what if you're quarantined there? What is the medical care there if you get sick? If you have it now but don't show symptoms until you're there.
There was a text that they sent, I think it was to the Today Show today or somewhere, one of those shows I was watching, and this woman said, I just got off an airplane in New York, and I just came back from Italy, and nobody tested anything.
Ah, wow. And that could change,
Nobody tested anything.
Because I know they were testing people from China.
Right.
So,
but Italy, they should. But
I know,
nobody.
right?
They were somewhere in New York, an airport in New York. And here's the other thing. I read today that the airlines are going to lose $113 billion this year.
I'm so glad you brought that up because that's not good news. However, everyone loves to hate the airlines because they are so inflexible most of the time.
Right.
However, if you have existing tickets and you would like to change your trip, a lot of them are being flexible with, the change fees, waiving any change fees, letting you cancel. I don't know what each airline's policy is, but you can go online and, their Money magazine just printed a list of what the airline's policies are to changing and canceling. I myself had a personal situation where I needed to change my flight because of this.
Oh, you did?
To New York. And LAX,
When?
It was for next week. And LAX just had 2 cases of the TSA workers test positive, and New York now 4,000 people are quarantined. They have had, I think.
Wait, are you sure they were TSA people?
They were
TSA
airport workers. Maybe not TSA, but airport workers. I was going to
say I'm not going in that line when I go back to
that's
Detroit.
What I'm saying. I just decided, and I told the agent was kind of being. For United was being sort of, well, you have to call the refund center and go through that process, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of went on about my story, and I said, how long is that possibly going to take? Da-da. And she changed her mind. She's like, you know what? I have the power to waive the fee. I'm going to put it in your file. So my point being, and American also waived it without having any difficulties.
Nice.
When they say like, oh, if you don't get the right agent, hang up and call back another time and try. I never really bought into that, but it's true. certain agents
It's true.
can change
Right?
it for you.
It
yes.
depends
So
if
if
they're
this
nice
is
or
you
not.
and you want to change some flights, look into the policy, and then also
Right.
and then also call and see if you can work the agent a little bit.
Well, is there do they have like a timing of how bad they? I think personally, it's going to get worse before it gets better. I mean, I do.
I hope not. Knock on wood. But
Yeah, let's hope I'm wrong. But I really think it's going to get worse before it gets better. But here's the other thing that I wanted to share with you. And for those people who didn't watch CharVision last week with our lovely astrologer, I said, what about the chart for the United States in 2020? You know what she said?
What?
It's the exact same chart as the United States had in 2008.
2008.
When we had
happened?
the recession and all the
Oh my
problems.
gosh, yes, the big. Well, that's what the airlines are saying. They're more saying it's like 9/11, right after 9/11 when the market fell. I mean, that's
Right.
the travel industry. The cruise line. Oh my goodness, I feel so bad, and I would be very wary of taking a cruise for sure.
For
We're
sure,
talking about- I
right?
mean, oh my goodness.
I'd rather take a slow boat to China.
a very slow boat, so that when you get there, it's completely eradicated.
We'll
right?
row, and we'll be in good shape by the time we get there. Yeah, it's really crazy. But you know what? This shall pass too. And one day, you guys are going to want to go traveling to where this lady has traveled to. So tell us. Okay, so she's going to tell us about spiritual places.
Yes.
So tell us about what's your favorite?
Well, I feel very honored to talk about this topic because there are so many deeply spiritual places around the world.
Mm-hmm.
What I consider spiritual, someone else might not consider spiritual. So just going into that, knowing that, I'm choosing these based on what I think a large number of people might find spiritual. I mean, nature is spiritual.
Right.
Temples are spiritual. So it's a wide topic.
And
so,
like some places are vortexes, even
yes,
in your own
absolutely.
hometown. It could be under your home, or
How would you know? I guess you would.
No, well, you do know. You feel the
it.
energy of it because I'm positive that I'm on a vortex. I'm positive.
Well, that's so appropriate for you.
I'm positive.
Yeah. That's a nice segue into my first place because I thought, let's find something close to home in case people do feel like taking a domestic trip right now.
Or drive.
Or drive. That's very good suggestion. Very good
Right?
suggestion. Yes, because then you avoid the crowds at the airports, et cetera, et cetera. But Sedona, Arizona, which everyone knows is a spiritual place, but I want to get into it. Why? And that is because, it's located 2 hours north of
I think
Phoenix.
he's showing photos. Is that photos of Sedona?
Nope, that's not Sedona.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Go on.
So, but Sedona, you would know. I mean, it's red rock.
I was there.
Beautiful. Yes,
I was there a long time ago.
So it has this beautiful setting, but it has 4 vertices, 4 vortexes. 4 vertices right near
Is that where the church is in the hill?
the town. They're natural. They're natural sort of places where you can hike.
Oh.
And they're energy centers basically where you can
Right.
go and cleanse, pray, meditate.
Right.
Really. And many people say when they get there, they feel the energy.
They feel the pull.
And it sort of magnifies whatever vibe or whatever mood you're in. So
Right.
don't go when you're in a bad mood.
Okay, so wait. So let's explain this to people. Like
Yeah.
when there is a pull like that or a vortex, if it's positive, it's amazingly positive.
Yeah.
If you're depressed, it's amazingly not so good.
It kind of exaggerates whatever
It exaggerates
yeah.
everything. So remember that, everybody. That's a good point you're teaching us.
Yeah. It's just fascinating because even though these vortices are sort of around the town, even when you land there, the energy, or drive there, we're going to say this time, the energy does shift and changes and you feel it. And it's sort of, that town is, it's a small place. I mean, it's a small town, but
Right.
when it's tourist season, it explodes because so many people go there for that. So they have this commercial infrastructure with like spas dedicated to healing, and you can get psychic massages. And so that's one thing you can do if you want to stay in that, like a spa type of place. Otherwise, you can hike. And if you hike to the vortices, I would highly
The
recommend.
vortices?
Yeah, it's plural. It's correct
Oh,
English
vortices.
for vortex.
Okay,
yeah.
thank you. Okay.
I can't let go of my
thank you.
journalism studies.
No,
I know.
no, that's great. You just taught me a word.
I think that's right. And so you do not want to go to these vortices like on a weekend or during crowded times. Maybe go earlier in the morning so you can actually have some
you want
spiritual
peace.
time by yourself. Sunrise would be yes, peace.
Because
That's why
when you're
right?
there though, you can, like, if other people are there, you might be picking up on their energy.
I don't know how that works. That
It
would be
works. I
interesting.
know. Well, we all pick up on each other's
Huh.
energy.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that
It's like you might be in a really great mood
Yeah.
and walk into a party and stand next to somebody, and all of a sudden you're like not
Grumpy.
happy and you don't know why, and it's because you're probably picking up the energy and you're going, "Wow, does she not like me?" Or
Well, that
what's the
explains
problem?
a lot because I have teenagers.
And you're sensitive, you're sensitive, and you're probably an empath.
I'm a pardon me.
An empath. You feel people's energy
empath,
and
empath. Yes.
feel people's feelings.
Yeah, I could
So
say that,
when we feel other people's energy, and we sometimes you just have to consider what the source is and why it's happening. So, but so, God, that you're making me think, like, if you're standing next to somebody who's like amazingly happy, then the energy could be like amazingly positive.
Right. Yeah, so a good reason to go, and I mean, and it's beautiful. The landscape is gorgeous. There are some kitschy things about it, like people are, trying to make money off of the spiritual image by selling crystals all over the place and stuff. But there's a lot of great things to do. You can take Jeep tours and hike and really, recharge those batteries.
Do you know what ley lines are?
No.
Okay. So I don't exactly know. I'm not pretending like I know everything, you guys, but do you know, Tony? Ley lines? They're energy lines that go from the universe, like up in the heavens and down underneath the ground. And where they meet, it's an energy point of electrical energy. Right, Tony? A lot of them are connecting vortexes, Tony says. So, okay. So I just wondered that must be going on there as well.
I don't know.
Because there's the churches in England were built on ley lines. So, like, I've been to old abbeys and we would like put our hand on the ground, like where like they would always put the altar where the energy spot was, and you literally put your hand down and feel the electricity coming up into your hand.
Wow.
I mean, it's for real.
Yeah.
I mean, you really truly feel it. Like, you don't believe that it's really happening, and I bet that happens there as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much energy in the world that there's certain places that just it's more amplified, and these are the kind of places we're talking about right now.
And so you really feel more peaceful.
It's a peaceful place
when you're there.
Yeah, but my next place, Machu Picchu in Peru.
Oh, I've never been there.
It should be on most people's list of places to go. I mean, it is, one of the 7 wonders of the world. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But beyond that, I took my family. And let's talk about Peru, first of all. I took my family knowing it's a very poor country, so you have to be prepared for that.
Now, those are photos, right?
That is
Peru?
actual Machu Picchu right there, the mountain. I mean, these are Inca ruins.
Is it hard to climb that?
No, we'll get to that. I mean, there are 2 ways you can hike.
Okay.
But you can start in the town of Cusco, which is an adorable town with cobblestone streets, and you take a train up to this, it's this mountain with the elevation of 8,000 feet.
Wow.
Okay, so it's very high. When you go, you need to acclimate and take it easy. Don't drink alcohol. Drink a lot of water. Get plenty of rest, because a lot of people get, sick from before they get their spiritual gig on. They don't feel so good.
Wow.
So that's a really important thing to know. But if you stay in Cusco, you take a train to the site, and it is huge. Let's check in my notes. It is 80,000 acres of archaeological ruins from the Incans, and it's believed to have been built in the 1400s, and then the Incans abandoned it when they were conquered by the Spanish in the 1500s. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And there are more than 200 structures, and the structures are so impressive because they have like agricultural sites, residences, astronomical sites, temples, and you get this sense of otherworldliness when you go there, because you're just blown away that these people in the 1400s somehow got these incredible boulders.
How did they
up
do that?
This mountain, and they did not use a wheel. So I don't know.
But is that like in Egypt, the pyramids too? Like,
yeah, the pyramids.
They say
the construction of it. It's mind-boggling.
If you watch all those shows on the TV and stuff, they say that UFO people brought them. I don't know. I honestly, personally don't know. How did they get them up there?
I don't know. And they didn't use any mortar between the rocks either. So it had to have been perfectly cut to just kind of fit in there. And
amazing, right?
It is truly spectacular.
But
and then the energy it's another energy center.
Right.
With vortexes and vortices. Sorry, cut myself there.
But do people get healed in those places? Do you think that people are feeling healed?
They say that like it opens your chakras, and your vibes match the surroundings, and there's like quartz. There's some quartz
crystals
it's like a quartz terrain.
Oh,
and quartz has some healing powers and everything.
They do.
So, and it's in this like Amazon rainforest mountain, and the fog will roll in and roll out,
so beautiful.
And there's so much mystery around it beyond just how they built this stuff, but just thinking about how these people lived and how they were so in tune with astronomy and the moon and the stars, and things are situated with that in mind, and the agriculture, like growing things according to
they're very
the rhythm
sensitive to.
They were definitely
energy, all energy.
Yes, and. They had to have been to build it in that location.
And respectful to nature.
Very. I mean, I think that they were, maybe, I don't know how they were respectful, but they were cognizant of the power of nature.
Right.
And it was just tremendous. I mean, my tips for going there, though, is you have to buy your ticket well in advance. You can't show up at the entrance that day.
Oh.
Because, you have to buy your tickets in advance. You have to have your passport. And I think the rule still applies. You have to hire a local guide to go up there. They don't just let you.
Did you have a local guide?
We did. We did. Who made it even that much more meaningful.
So amazing.
Right. And I would, not very glamorous. I think there was a picture, but you should also bring a rain poncho because it's moist up there. The fog rolls in and you get sprayed a little bit. And, but
how beautiful.
Yeah.
Is it
beautiful.
cold?
It's a little chilly, layers. I mean, July and August, it's warmer, and those are the peak times. And it's always a little bit crowded, but you can still, you can still find your bearings. Another way to do it is you can hike one of the Inca trails, and it takes, like 4 days, and you sleep in tents along the way. If you're the more adventure type. But, we were on it was a job for me, so we stayed in a hotel in Cusco.
Oh, you did it for your work, for the Travel Channel? Or whatever.
Yeah, it was for. I can't remember what it was for. It was for Disney, actually.
Okay, but I have a silly question.
Sure.
They don't have a McDonald's there or anything, do they?
Not on Machu. They do have a restaurant at the bottom. It's not a McDonald's. That would ruin the whole vibe.
I just wanted to make sure it was
authentic. And I hope they never get one. Yeah. I mean, no
make
offense,
sure it's
McDonald's,
authentic. No,
not a good place.
Right, of course.
Not a good place.
Everybody goes to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really want to hear about it. Is this Sicily you're going to tell me about now?
Sure. I have another place.
What is your special? You said that you had a special
I do. I have
experience.
a special story about Sicily. And so it all relates to the popularity of genealogy travel.
Okay.
And for many people, that can be really spiritual. I mean, you're digging up your past and you're learning about your roots and getting in touch with, spirits or your deceased ancestors in a way. Do you know what I mean?
My friend goes there all the time, and she says it's the most spiritual place she's ever been.
Oh, Sicily?
Sicily. She's from the Netherlands, and she says, you have to go. You have to go. I'm taking you there. I'm taking you there.
It's underrated. It's
she says, you
full
have
of
to go to Sicily.
Archaeological gems, and I mean, so much archaeology. Like I went to a old Roman villa that was the largest preserved villa. It was huge. But I went because I was on a genealogical. A friend invited me 6 months before. She rented a house. Do you want to come? I was like, oh my gosh, my great grandmother's from Sicily. My mom's 100% Italian.
Wow.
I'm going to use this opportunity to dig up my roots.
Wow.
So I used Ellis Island's resources, and I found so much information. I saw the ship manifest where my great-great-grandmother came over to the United States, and my great-great-grandfather from Sicily.
That's
with
amazing.
It truly is. I mean, when you're sitting here reading this and they tell like how much money was in their pocket, the address they moved to, it was I'm into that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, and I finally found the town from where my great-grandmother was born.
Amazing.
So once I got that information, I hired a guide in Sicily. So he called, it's a little town is Cimina, where my great-grandmother was from. Coincidentally, Martin Scorsese's family is from Cimina. I mean, it's a small little town,
That's crazy.
right?
You know, it's funny because I was feeling something. Can I ask you something? Just
Sure.
say yes or no, okay?
Yeah.
Don't say the name. Is there an A or M with one of their names?
Yeah.
Is it A or M?
Well,
Don't say the name. Or is that the last name or the first name?
my great-grandmother's...
Well, don't say the name.
Okay.
Starts with an A or an M?
Well, my great-grandmother is M.
Is she spelled M-A?
Yeah.
Like Marie, Maria, or Mary, or Maria?
Well, her formal name was something else, but we called her Mamie.
Mamie. Okay, the
Yeah.
M-A.
Wow.
She knows you went.
Well, okay, now I'm really going to get to... Yes. Okay, so
She knows you went. The
here's my
M-A person
story.
knows you went. And there's also a J person, I think. I don't know, I don't know who that is, but go ahead. Tell me the story.
Yeah.
Is there a
Jay, of
Joseph
course.
or John?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Giuseppe?
Yes. Well, that's a typical Italian name, but yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't have a grandfather named
Yeah.
Giuseppe.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you, Tony? No, Tony doesn't.
Come on, Anthony. Tony's the most popular Italian name.
I didn't say Tony.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Okay, so go ahead.
So I hired the guide. He took me to he called ahead and took me to this office in Cimina. The woman there, because it's a small town, I was lucky. And this is how, if you want to do this with your roots, you need to hire a guide and they can call ahead to the town. In Italy, it's very easy.
Right.
She produced a handwritten family tree going back to the 1700s
Wow.
from this little town in Cimina. And it was hilarious because she's like, by the way, I think we're cousins because my last name is here. And I'm like, this is like only in Italy, right? Or in this little town.
That's crazy.
And then she said, by the way, if you'd like to meet more of your cousins, they own the bakery down the
Get
street.
out of here.
I was floored. And the guide looks at me and was like, this does not happen. This doesn't happen.
That's amazing.
So we went and met my cousins, and typical out of central casting, kiss, 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 stay for dinner, please. We'll call the rest of the family, blah, blah, blah. But while I'm doing all this, while I'm in Sicily, and before Sicily, we went to 2 other places, my phone was going crazy. I would get like weird messages.
Wait, is that barking your phone?
Oh, God, I think I turned it off.
It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Don't let Sonny hear it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
So this is the really good part of the story, and this is where I want your opinion.
Okay.
I was in Europe a week before. I was on a boat a week before I went to Sicily, and my phone was freaking out. In the middle of the night, it would go off and play music. It would go off, and a man's voice said, "Approach, approach."
Amazing.
In the middle of the night.
Goosebumps.
And it was like somehow my phone had gone to a dictionary of the word approach and the button play. I would get in my notes section, there'd be all these emojis and messages. Emails would be kind of distorted. And it wouldn't stop. It happened the whole time I was on the boat. And my friends were like, it's probably something with the nautical
a spirit
equipment.
took over your phone.
Okay, so then I agreed. I was like, yeah, it's probably just something on the nautical equipment.
No.
We were in France on the boat. Then we went to Sicily. It was happening in the house. I woke up in the middle of the night to U2 playing.
Yeah.
The messages were changing.
A spirit took over your house.
As soon as I went
Your phone, I mean.
and saw my relatives, it stopped. It never happened again. Hasn't happened since I've been home. Never happened before that.
So
I called AT&T. I called Apple, and what they said wasn't unknowing what I'm thinking. They didn't know I went and dug up like my aunt.
Right.
They said, sometimes there's energies in places you go that
Right.
can maybe influence what happens on your phone. It's like, oh my gosh.
Well, I had a psychic on my show. Her name's Rebecca Fearing, and she has phone calls from deceased people that literally you hear the voices.
Oh my gosh. That's
So
freaky.
spirits do whatever they can to connect, and they will use anything electrical, and they will use energy. And it sounds like that is the experience you had, and what a special experience, especially since Mama, Mimi, and Giuseppe were here.
Yes,
so there
and
must
I didn't
be,
know because I was very close to my grandmother.
that
And I
there
don't know if it was
must
my
be-
grandmother, my great grandmother, all of them.
So it's some people have this experience, but it's really special that you had that experience.
It was.
That's amazing. Well, Tracy Gallagher, you are fascinating.
Oh, thank you.
I think you would be. Do you take people on trips or?
I would like to.
So how do
that's in
people
the
get a
back
hold
of
of
my-
you?
I have a website, tracygallagher.com, but you can also follow me on Instagram, Tracy Gallagher Travels, or Twitter at Tracy Gallagher. Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to get Tracy to get a show here. We think she'd be great.
Oh,
at
thank you.
UBN.
You're too kind.
Thank you
Yeah, I would
so
love it.
much.
Thank you for having me.
For being here. You're really lovely. Is there anything people can watch you on soon?
Hopefully.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so tracygallagher.com.
Correct.
Okay.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Char.
you guys. Thank you so much, Tracy. Don't go away. I'm going to take your callers. The phones are blowing up. Hey, everybody. It's Sunny and Char, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions. People have been calling the office and texting and emailing. Do I do private sessions? Well, yes, I do. And I love reading for my clients. I do phone, Skype, FaceTime, and in person if we're in the same city. I also teach intuition. So if you have an interest in doing that, or if you have if you're interested in getting your family together and you want a group reading, I do those as well. So just call 248-909-2427, ask for Nicole, and I look forward to reading for you. Thanks. Hey, everybody, it's Sunny and Char, and I am so excited. I am over the moon to share with you that I have a new book coming out called The Universe is Calling You, and there's an amazing foreword by RuPaul. There's an endorsement by Chris Colfer. It's about understanding your intuition. It's about protecting yourself from negative energies. It's about understanding your essence and your true purpose and your soul's purpose on this earth. You can get it at barnesandnoble.com. You can get it at amazon.com. I would love for you to order the book and let me know what you think of it. Write a review for us if you feel like it. Thanks so much. Okie dokie, we're back and I'm ready to read for who are we going to read for, Tony? 604. 604. I have no idea where that is. Who is this? Oh, will you put this up?
It's Ellen in Vancouver.
Vancouver, how
Hello?
are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm thrilled to get through.
Okay, so I just need you to be open-minded about everybody living and deceased, and don't say the name unless I say it first. But I want to know if there's somebody that's an A or P initial.
Yes. Which do you want to know which one?
Yeah.
An A.
Is that a female?
It is.
Is it spelled A-N? Or A?
It is.
Like Anna or Anne or Annette or... It's A-N.
Andrea.
Andrea.
A-N. Andrea.
Is she deceased?
He is.
Is this your mom or your sister? Who is this?
My daughter.
Oh, your daughter. Oh, I'm so sorry. You know, I was thinking daughter, but I thought that would be awful to say is your daughter deceased. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Okay, so you were waiting for the A-N for Andrea to come in here, right?
I thought she would come through, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, she wants you to know she's really at peace. Not every spirit is at peace. So she wants you to know that she's really at peace. And it's do you have her photo near you? Are you looking at it or do you have it near you?
It's just just on my dresser here, so yeah, I can see her.
Yeah, you can see her because she knows she's saying she knows you can see her. And also
I can hear her sometimes, yeah.
she talks to you?
Yes, she does sometimes,
And
yeah.
do you have dreams about her as well?
Only a couple dreams. Only a couple dreams.
You know,
that I
they
feel
don't
her
come a
around me
lot
often.
in dreams, but when they do come, it's usually symbolic, and you want to remember what she's saying because there's probably a message in it. And then I also want to know if there's an M or a J person.
A J.
Is that a male?
It is.
Is he spelled J-O or J-A?
Oh, the one I'm thinking about is J-E.
Oh, is with an R in the name?
Yeah.
Is it like a Jerry or Jeffrey?
Jerry.
Who is that? Her dad?
That's my dad.
Your dad.
My dad.
Yeah, because I heard the name Dad, so I didn't know if it was her dad or your dad. And he's deceased, right?
Yeah.
He's with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's keeping an eye on her. Did you ask your dad to watch out for your daughter?
Actually, I thought it would have been the other way around.
Okay, well then, whoever you asked to take care of each other, they're doing it.
Yeah.
Aw. Wow. Well, I'm so glad that they came in here to tell you they love you. Oh, you know, sometimes spirits will come as like a bird or butterfly or dragonfly or something like that. Do you get that experience? I talked about that a lot. A bird?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're saying that the sign from the bird is her.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. So it's a little tap on your shoulder from an angel.
Yeah.
The only good news.
Oh, that's wonderful.
The only good
Any
news.
other things?
And the only good
Any
news,
other things?
The only good news about this, you know, I can't stay because I've got other people that I need to talk to. But the only good news is that when you cross over, you'll be with them again. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Aw. Who's next? 773. Hi.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Have I read for you before?
Yeah.
I had a feeling I read for you before, but I have no idea who you are. I don't know who you are, right?
Right.
Okay. So is there somebody that's an R or B initial around you?
Yeah, the last time I called, you mentioned this too, but the one I have a few different relatives with those letters, I don't know which one it is.
Is there one that's spelled R-O?
Yeah.
Like Robert or Rose?
Yeah, I have 3 relatives with the name Robert.
Robert,
but they don't live in the same country.
I feel like they're all here. They're all deceased, right?
Deceased. No, none of them are deceased.
Oh, okay. Then I don't know what I'm talking about. Somebody's here talking about Robert. Who is Robert?
Robert. I have 2 cousins and an uncle named Robert.
I'm just thinking that there might be a health issue with the Robert. And is there an M person, an M or A person?
Yes.
Deceased?
Yes.
Is it an M?
Yes.
Is it spelled M-I or M-A?
M-A.
M-A-R, like Mary or Margaret or Marie?
Margaret.
Margaret? Is this your mom or your grandma?
Grandmother.
Okay, her spirit's in here. She's saying she's the one telling me about Robert. There's a health thing with Robert that he's got to keep an eye on. He can prevent some problems from happening. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you calling.
I tried to get through to him, but I don't have any contact that's working to get through to him because you did mention him before, I can't seem to reach him.
I guess she's still worried about it. At least you know what? All you can do is try. All you can do is try. Thank you so much for calling. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, let's go, Tony. 626.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Do you have somebody that's an M initial as well?
I do.
Is that a female?
Or
is there a male and a female?
Well, yeah.
Is there a first name M? Is there a first name M?
Actually, I guess because his real name starts with an A, but we've always called him with the M initial.
Okay, and
the M initial.
The name you call him, was it
M? It's M-A.
Was it like Max or Matt or Mark or something like that? Or Mac?
Can I say it?
Mac?
Mondo.
Mondo. Oh, okay. It's a name I don't know.
Yes.
Armando. Is he?
But it could be M.A., which is my original grandmother. I never met her before.
Was she M-A-R?
Yes, Maria.
Like Mary or Marie?
Maria.
Maria. Yeah, I think she's here.
Yes.
But
really, I've never met her.
That's okay. She probably knows you and probably has watched over you for a lot of years that you've been on the earth. Who is Mondo, though?
I've kind of wondered about that.
Armando
is my father's brother, so he's my Uncle Mondo. He was like my father figure in my life because my dad was not really a very good father figure, but he was there.
There's somebody here with muscles.
I'm sorry, what?
There's somebody here with muscles, like they had a great physique. Was that him when they were younger?
I'm not really sure. I don't ever remember him.
Do you know
someone? Or
do you know somebody that worked with by the water, or by boats or the water? Somebody's in here that did that.
I can't think of it.
That's okay.
Really,
maybe
I mean, I love the water.
No, it's not. It might be for my next caller, but there's somebody here with a physique who worked by the water. But anyway, Mondo's here, and Maria's been watching out for you since you're a little girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so good. I love your little baby. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
What kind of a dog is that?
He's 90% long-haired Chihuahua, 10% from the hood.
I
did
have
the DNA.
A Jack Russell, a runt, and it just reminds me so much of her right now. He's not doing
he might
so
have
good,
that in
but
him.
I love her to death.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you so much for calling.
God bless you. Thank you for taking my call. I really appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you for trying to get through. I like that.
Yes,
I love
can't believe I got through.
Your uncle, who really was the one that looked out for you like a dad was here. It means a lot. Be well.
Yes, it does to me too. You put a good feeling in my heart. Thank you so much.
God bless you. Bye-bye, honey.
God bless you. Have a great day.
Thanks,
Bye.
you too. Bye-bye. 508. Hello?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Do you have somebody who's a Laura or Linda or L around you?
No.
Or middle name Lynn or Lee or L?
Possibly my grandmother.
Was that her middle name?
Lucy.
Pardon?
Lucy.
Lucy. L. That's your grandma. Your grandma's with you. I feel like your grandma's watching over you. Are you wanting to do something new with working or school or school or working?
School.
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 Did you drop out of school?
A long time ago.
And you need to get back in, right?
Yeah, kind of doing like online classes.
Okay, you need to finish this and you need to be positive. They want to give you confidence. I think like you went through a really hard time in your life. Like and like you kept getting distracted, and you were never able to follow your path of what you really wanted to be in your world. Is that true?
Yes. Yes.
And I feel like this is a time in your life that you can get back on track, and you can be the things that you want to be, and go to school and work and get the positions that you want in life.
Thank you.
Just because you've had a really hard time, though, but you need to keep your faith. Don't ever doubt your faith, okay? And Lucy is watching over you. She's going to help you from the other side to accomplish your goals. You know, positive energy attracts positive energy and brings positive results. Negative energies attract negative energies and bring negative results, unfortunately. So I know you haven't had a lot of support in your life, have you?
Just like people walking out.
Pardon?
Just people like walking out.
Yeah, I see that you've been abandoned more than once. So it doesn't have to be like that. You got to be careful about the people you choose, because you're loyal and you stay there. You help people. You're there for people.
Sure.
So you want to find people of like kind that you bring into your world. Be positive. Go back to school. What did I hear in the background? Did I hear kids?
Yeah, that's why I had to step out.
Yeah, but that's okay. These kids are meant to be. They're karmically supposed to be in your life.
Oh yeah.
They're meant to be in your life, and they're not stepping out on you. They love you.
No.
And you'll be able to have it all. It just was. You know what? There's an old saying: we make plans and God laughs. So things happen in God's time, not ours.
That's the truth.
Okay, sweetie. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, honey. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, let's take one more caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Char. How are you?
I'm good,
I'm
thank you. So, will somebody like Facebook me and tell me who the man is that I saw that worked on docks? You don't have anyone, I know it's not you. There was a spirit that came earlier that worked on docks and had a physique and worked on the water, but I don't know who that was. But anyway, somebody Facebook me. But do you have somebody that's a J or G initial around you?
Yes.
Which, a J or G?
Both, actually.
Is the G a male?
But yes, both of them are males.
And it's their first name, right?
Yes.
Is there a G-E?
Yes.
Like a George or Jerry?
Yes.
Which name?
George.
Is that your grandpa?
No, it's a long distance. He was a cousin of mine, a distant cousin of mine.
I feel like he's here. And also, is there a John or Joe? Or Jim? A James or Jim?
Yes.
Who's Jim?
James.
Who's James?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Who is that?
James or a distant friend.
Was it a romance?
No, I would say more of a kindred spirit type.
Where is he now?
He's passed over.
I feel like he's here. I wonder if he had a big crush on you. Did you think that?
I have been told that he adored me.
He adores you. I'm telling you, he has a crush on you. He still does. He's got a thing for you, kid.
Oh, well, I had a thing for him too, and that's why, like, I adored him more than just like in a romantic way.
The truth
I adored him in a more of a friendship, kindred spirit way.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. Love is love, and you can. It's all about loving from the heart and caring about somebody else. But he's here. What's your question for me? And be specific.
My specific question was about work, and
I wondered if it was about your work. Are you wanting
I'm sorry,
to?
you cut up.
Are you wanting to get something new?
Yes.
Are you looking?
Yes, I do have a plan to retake a real estate license coming up.
I see you. I do see you. I do see you working. I do see you. You need to do that. Just be patient because we're going to have problems with our economy in the next year. So just because of the coronavirus and blah blah blah, whatever, the chart of 2020 is the same as 2008. So, just be positive about learning and doing and I. Did you also want to redo old houses and fix them up?
I did. Yes.
I think you may end up doing that again one day. You may end up doing that, but go get your real estate license and be positive, and times will turn. The tide will turn, and things will get better. It's going to get worse.
Okay, that's what I was. I'm kind of. I've been in this lull in the last few years as far as what I should do for career-wise. I had a work injury. And that's what I've found. Like, I'm like, what am I meant to do? What should I do? So that's the one thing that I've been struggling with.
I think this would be really, really good for you. And I think people like you, and you'll be the right person because you won't sell something just to make money. You'll sell it because they're happy there.
Yeah.
Because you got a good heart and you're honest.
Thank you. Thank you, Char. Yes, I am. Maybe too honest sometimes.
I know. Anyway, thank you so much for calling. Take good care of yourself.
Thank you, Char.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
I want to thank Tracy Gallagher for being here today. I want to thank Tony Sweet for being here today. I want to thank Gina Rugolo, who is in the house, who's my manager and takes such good care of me, an angel on earth for me. And also is Nicole in my office, who's just such a little darling, and I love you, Nicole. My sister Alicia is going to be watching this. So I'm saying hi because she's in Florida, and I haven't talked to her because she doesn't answer her cell phone. So hi, Alicia, because I'm sending you this show tomorrow morning. Okay, everybody, take good care of yourselves, and we'll see you next week. And I'm going to take some more callers next week. Remember, intuition will take you places logic never could. Be well. Stay in the white light and the mirrored egg. Bye-bye.